Oh, hello. Hi, everybody. I need to. I'm very unprepared for this. Bear with me. I need to share links to the Discord. That was silly of me. But how are we doing? What's going on? How are we all? My hair seems to have just got long out of fucking nowhere. So I apologise for that. It will be remedied at some point in the near future. But not yet. I'm not ready yet. Anyway, what's going on? Happy Wednesday. We will be... Yeah, I've turned the mic on. Fantastic news. What's going on? How are we doing? Let me just... Sorry, I'm a very unprepared man today. Anyway, what's going on? You hope I suffered with the RP... That's not very nice, is it? Why would you say that? It's just rude. It's just quite rude. And I didn't suffer, actually. I'm doing alright with it, to be honest. I'm not that far off. I've got to do two more for the gold. Diamond will be a piece of piss. But yeah, I've got to do 2 more destructions with that. So, we're not far off. But I should be able to get... Well, I've got to do double kills with that. And then, you know, we'll go from there. But yes. An epic trolley. It's been a minute. How have you been? Yeah. So that's basically what's going on right now. I've not changed the screen, have I? There we go. Yeah. I mean that's kind of what's going on in my world. How is it in yours? How's everybody's Wednesday been? It doesn't feel like a Wednesday, to be honest. It's been the weekend still feels like 1,000 years away, which is a while. It's quite a while. Barbecue, right? Okay. What? Elaborate further, please. I request elaboration. Why barbecue? Anyway, right. Let's go. Let's go. I've got a new controller now. No stick drift. That's gone. Okay. I'm Prestige 4 now, which is kind of cool. We'd love to see that. But, yeah, overall, we're getting there, you know? Piss. Hello, SJ. How you doing? It is me, indeed. I am the very, yep, me. Yeah. That's pretty much all I have to say on that matter. But, okay, right. This is gonna break me, I think. And hello, Sean, how are you? Come on, double kill, no, okay. Look, I don't know how you want me to say that. How do you want me to say that? just out of curiosity, just so I can address you correctly, you know. Is it coming on Isaac? No. So if you wanted to, if you were here for them, you might as well go. Plus, they're not even the funny ones. They're my cameramen. They're my personal cameramen. I'm good though, thank you. How are you? Very good. Bit drunk right now, but that's live and it's Wednesday, my brother. How have you managed that? That said, I say that it's my dad's birthday today, and I texted him earlier just saying what's your plans and stuff, and he's going to the pub. And then I said, well, I'm assuming you're getting drunk. He was like, well, we won't know until we try it. Anyway, he texted me about half an hour ago and said, drunkish. So I went, okay, you know the rules, no half measures, no mercy. Push it to the limit, basically. Leisha. That's easy. That's easy. Actually, I can manage that. But yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine and dandy. And this lobby is not fun. This map is not fun. You might see me crash. Okay. So that was... How did... Okay.
You stupid cunt. Why didn't you move? Are you fucking dense? What are you doing? Oh my days.
I think I'll be muted.
Get off the game. Please delete the game. Please delete the fucking game.
Who's this man angry at? I'll just mute him just to be safe. He seems like the kind of person that might say a slur. Currently dying from a cold, so that's fun. That's not very good, is it? That would be a very silly thing to do. Imagine dying to common cold. That would be tragic. Like, absolutely pathetic. So, I mean, don't do that. But, yeah. Hello, Shah. How you doing? What's a caring? Bro's vented. The dude, he wasn't happy. I don't know who he wasn't happy with. But he was certainly not pleased at someone's performance in this game. I don't know what's going on with my hair, man. It's kind of just got too long. It's got a mind of its own at the minute, but it can be tamed. And it will be. Anyway, I need double kills. I don't know why these are seeming so difficult to get hold of. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the problem with it. That said, why is my gun diamond? I don't have that gun in diamond. Oh, it's someone else, that's why. Just had a steak pie. That's cool. What, I wish my dinner was exciting as that, but it wasn't. I had toast. And then also one Marmite and cheese wrap on the side. Because I'm just falling apart as a human. So that's sick. My life is in tatters. It's not even that bad, to be honest. I just don't know if anyone's getting Christmas presents this year. But that's not my problem, really, to be honest, as long as my rent and mortgage are paid. You know, that is ultimately more important than delivering Christmas cheer. You're making toast right now. What topping? What's going on it? That's the question. Matching dinners. I mean, mine was through poverty, to be honest. You had an end of the month dinner. Yeah, midway through. Not even got to the end of the month yet. Mind you, it's payday in a week, so I'm. You know what? I've actually done all right. Well, I've done okay this month, to be honest. It's been probably the best month I've had so far in terms of money. The good bit is where I've been streaming more on TikTok. The lives on there have helped because I can like withdraw it the day after. So I've sort of been dipping into that as and when I need it, rather than taking the whole thing out at once. Which has actually helped quite a lot, to be honest, because it means I can just get through day by day if I need to, or if I need to skip money for a day, then I can. It's not a problem. I have not loaded myself into this mentality of gaming yet. Jesus Christ, this is a warm-up game. Money, money, money. Yeah, that's being an adult, lousy. It sucks balls. But anyway, how are you? And hello, NFCC. How are you doing? Gasping to be paid. I'm at a concert the day before I get paid. Errors were made. Oh yeah, I've said yes to too many things in the last week. I owe money to, well, the boys mainly, to be fair. Me, 5 of us are going to the Cybermen charity match, so I owe like 30 quid for that. and then me, Isaac and Benji are doing another gig. Which, to be fair, they've put it on their Instagrams anyway. I haven't, but yeah. So we're seeing Linkin Park in June, whenever it is, which is fucking cool. That should be a good one, I think. So, looking forward to that. But yeah, I just sort of said yes to too much stuff like a month before Christmas, which was silly of me, really, to be honest. But it is what it is. Hello, Caleb. How you doing? Suppose it's a case of learning how to spend money appropriately when you first live on your own. Oh yeah, totally. Like, it's, I mean, this is month 8, I want to say, and I've sort of just started to get to grips with it.
Yeah, that's good.
Obviously, Christmas is going to be the test, because I don't...
No, that goes to
Right, but forever, why is everyone in this fucking lobby talking? Shut up. Yeah, obviously getting everyone presents is going to be interesting. We'll see how that goes. But I think I get paid early, like from work. So, which I'd kind of prefer not to be honest, because it means I've got to like actually think about what I'm spending money on for an extra week and a half. So, we will see. If I'm on the streets by mid-January, well, to be honest, I probably belong to the streets. To be honest, much like your mother. It's hard life having no self-control. Oh, yeah, like, I didn't think about this when I was living at home. I was just buying myself stupid shit that I did not need. I'd be like, oh, yeah, I'll get that. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Now I'm just like, I can't buy food for myself. That's a luxury. I don't want to treat myself too much. I'm going to get giddy, you know? Should I crisps and mayonnaise? Not in the same fucking sandwich. Live for now, regret tomorrow is what I say before I hate myself. But that's literally been how I've lived for like the last 10 years, to be honest. I live in the moment far too much. And I'm like, well, I could die tomorrow. So, yes, I will do whatever. But then it gets to like the point where the money has to leave my account for whatever it is. And I'm like, yeah, that was stupid. Why'd you do that? For Christmas, I'd write down a list of people I need to buy presents for, and then if I can get some other people, something small. Yeah, but the thing is, everybody that I am getting for, I need to get for, really. It's, you know, family and stuff like that. So, like, it's all kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I'll figure it out. It's fine. Don't worry. I think I don't know. It'll be alright. I just need, and the thing is, I said this a couple of months ago, I need a few months of just nothing. I've done gold, fantastic news. I just need a few months of nothing, zilch. But that's not happening for a little while. And the thing is, it's like trying to get out my overdraft and stuff like that, which will take time. It's going to take time. But I'm not going over that, so I suppose that's a win, right? It means I can actually manage, once I'm out the overdraft, I can actually manage on the wage I'm on, so... be alright. I'm not worrying. Don't worry about me. My blood is boiling. Oh, humph, I'm appalled. What? Don't bring mother into this, you son of a gun. Oh, shame if it... Oh, right, fair enough. Sorry, I completely forgot I had just insulted your mother. I don't know if it was specifically yours, but it could be if you carry on. I think it's more meaningful, then in that sense it's good. Doesn't leave you struggling. Oh, yeah, it'd be fine. I don't, like... I'm not going to go mental. It'll be alright. I'm not worrying. But yeah, I'm the same. That's basically how I've been looking at the show. I'm like, look, as long as I've got the money to pay my bills.
Coco, mate. Fuck you. How are you Prestige 2? Kill yourself.
This guy has got...
Kill yourself.
This guy's got issues.
Fuck you, mate. You fucking prick.
This guy's got issues.
Ta gueule, connard. va.
He's got anger issues. Hello, Survivor. How you doing? This guy has got some deep-seated trauma he needs to address, because this is getting silly. He can't keep yelling at people like this. It's uncouth. What's the 5th fucking... What? Unlock 5 gold camos. Right. I've done that one. I can't even check them. Oh, you motherfucker. Okay. Well, I don't know what SMG I've got to do. I've done them all. I can literally look at... Okay, we'll deal with that in a bit. Currently playing career mode. You going yesterday. Oh yeah, how's that going? Are you winning? Are you winning, son? I guess we're doing pistol for this one. Okay. Here we go. This is where the pain really starts. What have I asked Santa for Christmas? Headphones, earphones. I can't remember anything else that I've asked for. I think new trainers. Possibly. But but it's at the mercy of my mum and my nan, so... And I've sort of said get my sister's guidance, because she's alright with that sort of stuff. Not really sure. I don't know. It will be fine. It will be fine. I don't know what I'm getting from anyone. I've just had a message from Holy saying, I can't type in your chat, fix it. But everyone else is fine. I don't know how to fix it. It's not something I can fix. I'm not... hello, Samuel. How you doing? You're in the championship. Already? I thought Newport were like League 2. I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm getting for Christmas, though. It's really... who knows? Turtle Beach headphones are good for Xbox and that. Right. Okay. I haven't used Turtle Beach in about 4 years. More than that, actually. 5, 6, maybe. I've got a different setup than most normal people. Because mine's like part music, part gaming, so... yeah, I've got a bit of a weird setup. But it's alright though, because it means I can, like, speak and game if I need to, like, at a touch of a button, so... I'm hoping for an iPad for Christmas. If I get one, I'll be the happiest 17-year-old on Earth. The happiest? You have the, I have the toy cat look with the beard. Well, I'm sorry, that's just what we're doing at the minute. If you hate my face, just say it's fine. Can't. Okay. League 2, but I skipped school today and grinded it. Jesus Christ. That's, I mean, that's, well, like 46 times 2, so 92 games. That's impressive. A headshot for the collection, lovely. Why is the audio so quiet? It shouldn't be. Turn it up. Like, it's maxed out on here. There's nothing more I can do. There is no louder I can make it go. Can you give me a career mode? Yeah. Let me... I'll do it in a bit. Not right now. You know what? Actually, you get... a stock port in... A stock port in the league. I'd stock port if they are. Every Turtle Beach headset I ever bought broke within a month, and I look after my stuff. I had Turtle Beach years ago, and it basically just snapped. You mean the mic? It's probably because I'm looking away while I'm talking. The mic volume is not any different than it usually is. I'm not sure why. It might be maybe the game volume's too much, or no. Actually, no. All the everything is like it usually is. So I have an itchy eyeball, and it won't stop itching. Maybe I've got conjunctivitis, and then I might die. That's what would happen to mine. Yeah, I've snapped a few. Maths was boring today. All 3 hours. 3 hours of maths. Jesus Christ! How are you meant to pay attention for 3 hours? Sorry, I needed that kill more than you did, Sammy Whammy. Okay. Oh, do we like Stockport then? Stockport cool, right? I don't know. I always just liked doing random teams on manager mode. I always used to do Southend, but then they got relegated. So check your volume on what you're watching. Could be that. Yeah, the thing is, I can't bump my volume anymore, to be honest. And like I said, these are the settings I've had for like 6 months. So it shouldn't be any different to usual. Like, literally, these settings haven't changed. I've not touched them. Well, I have to change, like, some of them. Like, the game audio I change. Depending on, obviously, if I'm using Discord or Party Chat, but it's one of them, isn't it? I mean, if I start speaking loudly, I guess. I do have mild headache, though. Just mild. Hello, Nerdy Muffin. How you doing? Has anyone else been doing the camera grind on this, or is it just me? Oh, shit. Okay. Because I've been doing it obviously since the game come out. I wasn't gonna do it, and then I was like, you know what, I've got to. If the game's a stinker, I'm not gonna. But the game's not a stinker, so it's okay. I'll just do it. Actually, did okay there, which is good. Triggering stuff at 9 to 11 and 1 mock exam an hour. Jesus Christ, that's rough. I do not miss being in school. To an extent, I do. I've got paracetamol here, it's fine. I miss being in school for the camaraderie with my friends and so on and so forth. However, I don't miss the lessons or any of that nonsense. What's for dinner tonight? I had toast. You're on Dark Spine now. I nearly am, to be fair. Yummy paracetamol. Nothing can be as disappointing as Vanguard. That's the only one I've not done. Because I hated it. Dreadful. Right. Riddle me this, right? Gold. 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 So why is it saying I've only done 5 out of 6? Huh? That doesn't seem very cool. I guess we're using this as well then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've done it! Huh? I got told I should go to special school today by my physics teacher. Or yesterday. I mean, I don't want to say anything, but you're watching me, so I've got some bad news for you. It's not looking good, champ. But why have I got to do this then? This is bollocks. This is bollocks, mate. That doesn't seem fair. I've done it. Right, hold on. I'm googling this. Reddit will fix this. Black Ops 6 SMG 5 out of 6 gold challenges. No one else seems to have this issue. Okay, great. Cool. Sick. That's brilliant, isn't it? So that doesn't make sense. What am I meant to do? Just do 7? Can't swallow tablets to save my life, it's so stupid. I couldn't until like a few years ago. And then I just sort of firmed it, you know. Hello, Lewis. My day's been okay. How has yours been? The Christmas tree went up at work today, and there's a picture of my face on the star, which would normally be a great thing, but it's a picture where I don't look great. My face looks really square, and it looks like they've just put fucking Minecraft Steve on the top of the tree. So, you know, that's not fantastic, but it is what it is, I suppose. I mean, at least I'm on it, I guess. Could be worse. I'm the main character, after all. Thank you. Your sacrifice will be noted in my memoirs. Solution is do everything. Yeah, but no, that's bollocks, because I've done 6. And all it needs is 6. Why is it restricting me? This isn't fair. What am I meant to do? Am I meant to do a whole nother gun? Because that means I've just wasted my time. It's clearly not counted, one of them, for whatever reason. But I prestiged recently, so I have no idea how... At what one it's not counted. Or why. That's baffling. Am I going to have to tweet Activision and be like, answer me. Treyarch, fix this. I'm going to have to do this gun, aren't I? The new one. Which I don't really want want to do, to be honest, because it's just doing an extra gun for the sake of doing an extra gun. But I guess it is what it is, right? Physics teacher whipped out a 1980s oscilloscope the other day. Oscilloscope. Why? Keyboard sounded like stock keyboard noises. Yeah, it's Opera GX. I've got a mod. Don't all the camos reset after you prestige? No, the camos don't. The camos and the weapon leveling don't. They're not affected at all. It's literally just your levels, really. So yeah, all progress does. Yeah, no, it's just level progress, really. Obviously it means you got to unlock the guns again, but that said, you get an unlock token anyway, so like that's not the end of the world. Okay. We got a Fury. Someone has lied to you then. Yeah, you've been deceived. That would be a stupid element to put in the game. Although they've kidnapped one of my guns. They've kidnapped one of my gold camos. This is bollocks. Why? Why me? Why do bad things happen to good people? I must have done something in a past life, or probably this life, to be honest. But that doesn't seem fair. Why? It's clearly a glitch. Love the headshot noise. It's satisfying getting headshot, to be honest. I will say that. Okay. Thanks, Chaos Kiddo. Hope you're happy with yourself. This map does suck, though. I will say that much. Uh-oh. No! I'm really good with a pistol. You know, like, the thing is, I've saved this one till last, because where it's automatic, I just figured it's less hassle. See? But, and obviously playing hardcore as well, it does help massively. I've done enough. This is my 5th camo grind. I mean, I did Modern Warfare 2019, Modern Warfare 2, 3, and Cold War. So, yeah, this is my 5th one. So, needless to say, I am slightly experienced in this field at this point. But that doesn't make me good. Am I liking this cut? Yeah, I am, to be honest. I should probably take a break for a little bit, because I don't want to burn it out, but I have been playing it pretty much every day since it came out. I've had a couple of days where I haven't, but like, for the most part, I have been on it most days. Yeah, I'm enjoying it though. It's a good game. But I have Scud and I never felt more stress on the map. You know what? I've only had like 1 or 2 games where I've actually been like, okay, I need to retire. Or something. I need to book a holiday, or I need to book time off just to not play this game. I've only had 1 or 2 like that, and it's never been in my lobbies. That's the thing. If I'm playing with either actually no, I'm not stressed with the boys. It's basically whenever Haley gets me in her lobbies. It's not even her lobbies because it balances it out, to be honest. So it's like it's both of their faults. I think it's my fault partly for having such low standards in not in women, but in like lobbies. Like my KD is like 0.9, pretty much bang on. So like my standard of COD lobbies are atrocious, which is why it looks like I'm doing really well. And then she's quite good, so the lobbies, yeah. I don't know if that's even how it works. Who cares? Thoughts on West Ham having Newcastle Monday? I've lost interest. I'll be honest. I've lost interest this season. As long as we don't get relegated, I don't care. That is basically how I'm viewing this. We're gonna get thumped. And then yeah, who's the biggest sweat? None of us really, to be honest. None of us really. I mean, I suppose me to an extent, like, because obviously I do the camo grinds and stuff. But like, none of us are sweaters in like high KD, sprinting and sliding everywhere. Like, none of us play like that because we usually just piss about anyway. So it's like, if anything, the lower the KD, the better. Which kind of works in our favour. So yeah, on the basis that I've been doing the camo grinds, I guess me, but like only on that, not by skill. Definitely not by skill. I think I've got the lowest KD actually at the moment. But again, I've been playing hardcore and doing camo grind. So zigzag probably, I guess. If I had to pick one. I've been sweating trying to do zombies camos instead of multiplayer. I've not played zombies once yet. I want to, but I just haven't. Okay, just a singular cough this time. Gamer GF, yeah. This is well established in law. Not bad XP for a game, to be fair. I need stakeout, really. I've still got to do... Why hasn't this worked? What is it that I've not... They're all done. So what hasn't counted? Unlock 5 gold camos on 6 SMGs. I've done that. I'm being lied to and gaslit by this game. I've done it. This is bullshit. I've done that. I've done that. Has this happened to anyone? Triple kills and the snipers almost killed me. See, that one I didn't mind. I was just sitting at the back doing it. But, like, the launcher's been pretty grim, to be honest. If I'm being real. Hello, Lacey. Please don't call me Pookie. But yeah, like, why have I got to be punished this way? This isn't fair. I don't want to use another. I don't want to have to do 7 SMGs. That's excessive. If it comes to it, I guess I'll have to. But like, Anyway, just reload up the game and see if there's a glitch. Well, the thing is, I did one the. I suppose I did do one of them today, but I checked it last night and it said 4. Oh no! Oh heavens! It said 4 out of 6, and I was like, that's impossible because I've done 5 at this point. So I'm not. I guess I'll close it and open it again. But like, something's gone wrong. It must just be a glitch. But like, I guess when I'm theoretically, one of them should say I've not done it right. I don't know. It's because the guns are locked. No, it can't be. No, it can't be because I've done it on. Because what I've been doing is I've been like getting to level 50, level like a high level, doing any gun around that period, and then going back when I do prestige and doing the lower level guns, so that I'm progressing while I'm doing the grind, kind of thing, you know. So yeah, there's obviously a glitch of some description. Maybe they just dislike me, but if it comes to it, I'll just do the the new one. If it comes to it, I'll just do it because it's to be honest, I think that's probably going to be goated in Warzone anyway at the minute. So, which I haven't played still. Played new Warzone. Yeah. Speaking of which, no. Theoretically speaking, that is correct. What's correct? But the thing is, even if it was due to them being locked, it wouldn't say 5 out of 6. My friends went through a horror walk and got pinned to a wall and I cried. Okay, what? How? Is that allowed? Are you allowed to be pinned against a wall on a walk? Even if it is horror, is that allowed? Ow. Rats. The good news is we're kind of breezing through this pistol. That is the good news. I don't really want to get caught up on this pistol for too long. But that said, I'm just wasting time not doing the SMGs, but I suppose the good bit is the pistol will be done. So, have you seen Camo Grind on Warzone? It looks so annoying. I have, yeah. Them challenges look horrible. I have no interest in that camo either. So, like, I just want to do dark matter for the flex as usual. That's the only reason I do it, really. I quite enjoy using all the guns as well, to be fair. It's something to do, you know. I've done it enough times now to not like really be scared of it. So it's one of them. Don't think so. I don't know. We were told no one would be touched, so they lied about that. I didn't even go through it, and I cried. That's fair. Hello, T. How are you? If I got pinned to the wall completely out of the blue, I think I'm being kidnapped or something. I'd find it hot. No, I'm joking. That was a joke. I didn't mean that. I'm not about that. Anyway. The thing is, I tell these jokes and I'm like, yeah, that one didn't hit. But right. I've done it. I've got it selected. This is bullshit. I'm being manipulated by the game. Look, double kills, done. So what? I'm going to close the game and open it again, just in case. Alright, enough of the did you knows. Did you know that? I did that clip once. It was at college and it was the performing arts kids doing the performance thing, but it was just a horror walk. Right. That seems like a bit of a... Maybe you should seek a therapist. Or something. These are 16 to 17-year-old guys. Let's pause that real quick. Yeah, fair. Good point. I should know better than touching someone without, like, consent. Like, that's a bit fucked up, you know? Right, let's have another look, shall we? Well, that one doesn't count anyway, does it? Okay. Okay. Well, it looks like we're doing the Sorg then, doesn't it? Looks like I haven't got a choice. Alright, okay. No, that's not what I want, is it? I guess I should do that now. Okay. Pistol can be put on hold until I've done diamond SMGs. Had a lager today. Oh, that's based. What one? Who's your favourite player who plays for West Ham and who doesn't play for West Ham? Who does... I mean, probably Jared Bowen, to be honest. He'll probably go... He'll go down in West Ham folklore, whatever happens, I think. Who doesn't? Haaland, probably. Geezer's not human. And I fuck with it. Like, he's just a machine. He was built in a lab. That man is a mutant. It was a Corona. Corona's fair. I drank a lot of Corona, like 2019. That was the go-to for a while. It changes. I haven't had beer in a long time. It's been a long time since I've had beer. I'd say a long time. I'm talking like 3 months at least. I don't remember the last time I had a beer. I think it was when Kyle was over. Yeah, it's been a minute. Actually, it's been several. I don't want to use this SMG. I can't be bothered. I thought I'd done them all. I was just getting them out of the way. Who's your least favourite player of all time? Tom Lawrence. That's a strange choice. There's a few I don't like. There's... I don't like Kai Havertz for some reason. I just don't like his face. He looks like he's a really whiny... He just looks really whiny, you know? There's a few. There is a few that I don't like. Can't think of any off the top of my head. But... There's a fair few that I just despise. Well, at least we've got 2 headshots, so that's good. Right, okay. Oh, Bruno Fernandes I don't like. He seems like a right knob. Don't get me wrong, if he played for my club, I think I'd love him. But He doesn't, so therefore I'm allowed to dislike. That said, these are just real people I'm talking about. Vin Diesel hasn't aged too great. I have not actually seen what he looks like. How can he just... I feel like Vin Diesel's looked the way that he looks for like years anyway, so like... I don't know. We're all gonna age. We're all gonna get old one day. Well, not all of us. Hello, CS Gaming. What's my favourite bev? You know what? I'm a sucker. I mean, wine obviously is a classic. I'm a wine drinker, almost primarily now, to be honest. But at the same time as that, I'm a sucker for a cocktail. I'm a sucker for. I've got to be in the mood for beer, but I do like beer. I like a cider. I like gin. I like vodka's. Vodka and take it or leave it. Like, to be honest, I will drink it though. Rum. I'm quite a rum fan. I like rum, lemonade and rum. Yeah. I like alcohol. I think is what I'm getting at here, to be honest. You know, I don't discriminate when it comes to that. I will drink all of it. You gonna try that Stalker 2? I didn't know that existed. What is it? What's it about? This is so weird, because I've been streaming on TikTok lately, and I, to be honest, probably will be primarily streaming on there next year. Just gonna see this year out, really, on here, because... Well, just because. And then... Yeah, but, like, obviously with TikTok as well, I've been having music playing and stuff like that. Like, the streams have been much more lit there, I'm not gonna lie. Because I can have music on, so, like, it's a complete different vibe. I feel... This feels so quiet, and I feel like... Yeah, and it just feels weird. It's different feeling. He looks different, don't know how to explain it. I know Dave Bautista looks different now, because he's shed a load of weight and muscle as well in that. Like, there we go. I know he's lost a lot of muscle and, you know, stuff like that. He's not as big anymore. But, I mean, fair play to him. I mean, I don't seem to have a problem with that. I got called a cretin because I like rum and cherry coke. Oh, that sounds nice. No, that's not cretinous behaviour. That's kind of based. I rate that, to be honest. I've been in all those lives and they're great. Yeah, I like to think so. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. It's been different, I think, is what's fun. And obviously, because there's been, generally speaking, a higher amount of people there, it's been like a bit overwhelming at points, but like at the same time as that, it's still, it's a bit exciting and fresh. And yeah, listening to music is honestly such a big thing as well, to be honest. I know that sounds like such a trivial little thing, but like, the fact I can listen to the music on there... I'm an idiot. But, like, the fact I can listen to the music on there and not have to worry about, like, copyright strikes and shit like that, like, it's liberating, in a way. And to be honest, I mean, it seems like a logical place to stream, really, to be honest. I feel like YouTube clutters up streaming a lot. And it's all in its separate categories and stuff like that, but, like, YouTube really should just have a separate, like, a linked section, but, like, a separate area for live streaming, I think. Cherry Coke is the best canned beverage. Ooh, that's a good question. I do like it. I don't drink much Coke, to be honest, but I do like a Cherry Coke. I like a 7-Up, sugar-free 7-Up. Or a can of Tango, bought directly from Boss Man himself. Ooh, that's good. Taste was changed so much, I think it's something to do with opening up to do more roles and stuff. Exactly. Yeah, I saw that he didn't want to be like typecast or anything like that, which I do like. I get that. So I've got a spot on my back, and I'm trying to get it, but it's not budging. I'll save that one. So it was just one of them. I knew it was there, and it was bugging me, and I was like, I need to get it. But that's disgusting. I do apologize. Stalker 2 Hot Chernobyl sort of survival horror game came out today. Gonna give it a go later. That sounds scary. That sounds like something I'd be bad at. They're not my kind of games, to be honest. I'm not very good at them, so I just tend not to play them. You know what the camera I do like? I like that one. It looks like something out of fucking Spyro. I actually rate it. Had to be off fizzy drinks for 6 months, and Cherry Coke was one thing I missed. See, that's the thing, like, I don't remember the last time I had a can of drink, if I'm honest. That said, I can see why people like them so much. But yeah, I don't know. I don't remember the last time I had one. or what it was. That camo looks so dead. Love a good tango. Well, I don't like a bad tango. Love Sprite. Sprite, yeah, the thing is, I'm primarily, like, if we're talking fizzy drinks, I'm generally speaking lemonade. Or the occasional Red Bull, sugar-free. But, like, any sugar drink, or any fizzy drink now, I'll just get sugar-free, just because it's less guilt. Like, I don't feel as bad for drinking 7-Up sugar-free as I do, like, a full-fat Lucozade. Full-fat Lucosade's pretty much reserved solely for hangovers these days, which I haven't had a hangover in about 6 months. I am very concerned for my well-being. I don't look after my body enough to deserve that, for one. And secondly, how do I go, like, it's... I mean, I guess it's good, because my liver must be in okay condition if it's not actually getting hangovers. I think my thing as well, like, a lot of the time I'll just, if I am drinking, it'll be more while I'm streaming, really, generally speaking. I don't really go out anymore, which is great. So, usually I'm not drinking any later than, like, midnight. So I think that's part of it, because I'll sort of sober up before I'm even asleep. And I think that kind of helps. And I'll usually drink a glass of juice before bed. So I've kind of forgotten what hangover feels like. And I'm concerned, because it means that one is coming. The next time I go a bit mental, there's going to be one. And, like, in December, I'm going to have, like, 3 weeks on the bounce of actually going out and doing stuff. Not going out, but, like, we've got, like, 2 work dues and stuff like that. So it's going to be pretty... The work dues paid for as well. So I can get a bit crazy. So we will see. Does anyone else mourn when they were healthy and fine and they were ill? Was that just me? Oh, when I've got a bunged up nose. Yeah, that's the one. When I get a bunged up nose, I have, like, sad montages in my head of all the times I didn't. And that's just tragic. But, like, how have we not cured the bunged up nose yet? We've done incredible things as a culture. Like, as humans, we've done fantastic things. You know, we've cured diseases. We've stopped plagues. We've stopped a pandemic. Stuff like that. Can't cure common cold or blocked nose. Why? Sort it out. Do you know what I mean? Never want a hangover in your life. No, hangovers aren't bad, because it's an excuse to order food and lay in bed. If anything, it's actually quite efficient. Oh, I feel so poorly and hungover. I best order a pizza and lay in bed all day. What a shame. You know? Out of the squad, who's the most likely to be a closeted gay? Well, obviously there is one massive gay in the group. But closeted, I'd go Isaac. Isaac says questionable things sometimes. I'm like, you're definitely swinging a bit for both teams. You know, you're batting for both sides here. I think he'd agree that it can be a little bit fruity at times. I don't think he is. But, like, you know, they're all a bit weird, actually, come to think of it. Blue, I wouldn't put it past entirely. Dan wouldn't. Dan's not closeted yet. Kyle, I could see him swinging either way. Isaac, I could see swinging either way. Nathan, I could see swinging either way. You know what? For comedic purpose, I'm saying Benji. Benji's definitely a closet guy. Only because if he heard me say that, he would go apeshit, which is funny. Yeah. Is it bad that I'm not allowed in my RE classroom because I'm an atheist? Yeah, that doesn't sound right. Why should we surely... Like, I'm an atheist, but, like, I didn't mind learning about RE because like, you learn about other cultures and you can sort of go, oh, okay, so that's why they do this, or, you know, that's why they think it's funny to bomb people. No, I'm joking, but I find it fascinating learning about other cultures. Like, I try to learn about human history the same way I learn about Star Wars, if I'm entirely honest. If I kind of, like, just go, oh, well, this is a story that happened a long time ago. Except it wasn't in a galaxy far, far away. It was, like, you know, a couple hundred miles away. But that's kind of cool. You know, I like learning about history, just generally speaking. That's why I've always liked Assassin's Creed games, for example. I just find it fascinating. Like, human history as a whole is fucking insane. And we're not done yet. We're not done yet. I don't know, like, how much longer humans are going to exist for, but, like, I feel like history's... We've barely even touched history yet, and you're constantly making it, which is mad. So, very tough question. Is Julian Lopetegui getting sacked? I don't know. I'm not in charge of the club, man. I have given up caring this season. I'm just rolling with it as long as we don't get relegated. Is Ari supposed to be about learning about other cultures and different outlooks on life, like some sort of debate? Well, that's how I saw it. Yeah, I mean, it's good to learn about these things because otherwise you're just going to be, you know, you're going to be self-centered and ignorant growing up and stuff like that. And I think that's why the younger generations are slightly more open-minded with this sort of thing. You know, don't get me wrong, I don't believe in any religion personally, but if someone wants to believe it, I'll go like, oh, okay, that's fair. Like, you know, if that's where you found peace in your brain, then, you know, you do you, boo. But at the same time as that, I don't believe it. But that's, you know, it works both ways. So I wouldn't judge someone for being religious. I see religion as a form of morals that try to guide people to being good, you know. And sometimes people do take it too far and become extremists in any format, but you get the same with science, I'd argue. So, I mean, I suppose it is different when you're murdering someone in the name of a religion, which is stupid, but, like, they're seeds that were sown hundreds of years ago that you're never going to get out of, you know? So, yeah, it's a big debate. It's a big ethical debate, which I would more than happily have, because I find it fascinating. I don't find it. If someone had a different belief to me, that's fine. Like I am quite interested to learn why they think the way they do. There's a woman at work who's a Christian. Well, she's from Hong Kong, but she's Christian as well. So, like, I'm always just asking her questions about, like, you know, what was it like growing up and stuff like that. Like, because it's not, you know, it's just, I find it interesting just to learn how other people do things. She's always bringing in, like, these weird Chinese foods. I had dumplings for the first time today. Prawn dumplings. It's quite nice. It's quite nice indeed. And then there was some biscuits that, I don't know what they were made of. Tastes alright though. But yeah, I just like, you know, I went to Turkey last year and, like, you know, I tried to embrace as much of that culture as I could. Anything from food to music to doing things that local people do, you know, stuff like that. And that one as well, like, I'd been to the where we were. I'd stayed there before anyway, so I kind of knew what I was expecting. But, like, I remember the first time I went there, I was like 16. And woke up at like 5 and landed at night or whatever. Went, like, messed about for a bit in the pool or whatever, and then went to bed. Woke up in the morning to the sound of, like, prayer, because obviously it's Muslim. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then obviously you get used to, after like a week there and it's happening 5 times a day, you're like, oh, okay, it's prayer time. And, like, you don't have to believe it, and they don't judge you for not believing it. But at the same time as that, it's just fascinating to be like, oh, okay, this is just normal. But this is like their culture. Like, it's, yeah. Turkey's a lovely place, I will say that much. Like, there are some shitholes there, but, like, for the most part, like, really fascinating place. Rich with history as well. That's the thing, because it's like an absolute crockpot of different religions, empires over the years. You know, they've had Romans, Greeks, fucking Mesopotamians. Like, so many cultures have come through it, because it is pretty much the border between Asia and Europe. And I think there's it's just north of Istanbul, or Constantinople as it would have been, which is like the most fought over piece of land in the history of humankind. So, yeah, it's definitely got rich history. So yeah, I find that fascinating. I don't know. I just like history is, you know. I think it's important to learn history as well, because you can't learn from it. You got to learn from it, and you learn by looking backwards and analysing patterns in human behaviour and stuff like that. Obviously, like, where history is so much more documented now, it's that things seem to have moved so much more rapidly in the last 100 years than they had done for any of the 33,000 years or whatever it was before it that humans have been about. But, like, yeah, I don't know, I just find it fascinating. There's just so much to think about with that sort of shit. I don't know, I'm yapping. I'm not going to lie, I'm yapping, but it's meaningful conversation, I guess. It's actually more interesting than talking about fucking skibbity toilet, you know. That was a lie. Nothing is more interesting than that. I am trash. Holy shit. I don't know how much I've got in me tonight. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. Oh, leave me alone. What is this outfit? Bro thinks he's Doctor Doom. How? Okay. The silencer is negatively affecting my gun, I think. Let's remove that. There we go. Right. Let's try again, shall we? Say that headshot first time. I don't know what it is. I don't get on with silencers. Depends what I'm going for, I suppose. Deep conversations are the ones that hold meaning are the best. I like to think so. And not every one of them has to be deep. I like being silly sometimes. But, like, this is why I like streaming, because it's like obviously in the clips, I can be a bit silly. Yes, I know. I'm aware. I can be a bit goofy. But in streams, it's nice to show off a little bit more of an insightful kind of... Like, I'm not just fucking goofball, you know? I got brains. I always get used for references in my school maths for being atheist, so now I have to sit at the front of everyone saying why I'm an atheist and what led me to believe this way. Well, the thing is, if that was me, I'd just be like, well, logic. You know, I believe... I mean, there's a Ricky Gervais thing he was talking about, where if you burn every religious book in the history of man, and every science book in the history of man, and then went 1,000 years in time, the only ones that would come back exactly the same are the science ones. So it's like, you know, there's fact-based in science, whereas religion is gospel. You're taking words from someone else. That said, I mean, if it helps you sleep at night and it gives you something to believe in or a bit of purpose or whatever, then fair play, I guess. But I think the more you accept your own mortality and insignificance in the grand scheme of things, the more at peace you'll be, I guess. I realised it about 10 years ago now, probably. Like, I am simply one of the billions of humans that have ever existed. I am no more special or less special than every other human that's ever lived in the grand schemes of the cyclical nature of the universe. You know, I'm just a human. And in the universe as a whole, I'm simply a speck of sand in an infinite amounts of speck of sands. So, you know, this is kind of what got me out of a depression, actually, to be fair, because it was like, I realised how insignificant I was, and in that I was like, you know what, kind of lucky to be alive on that basis alone, you know, when you consider how big the universe is. So, just want to know who wrote the Bible and who came up with religious belief that there's a God. Apologies if that comes across as rude or inappropriate. No, I think it's a fair point. I mean, the Bible was written over the course of like 500 years. 500 years after fucking Jesus had died anyway. So, a lot of it's all, he said this, and it gets passed down, and it gets passed down, and it gets passed down. And it's, at that point, you're, I don't know, it's, if like, I've been reading Dune recently, oh well, the franchise as a whole, I've been just really into it. I've been reading Children of Dune recently, and I've done Dune Messiah. But a lot of it sort of does go into religious iconography and how messianic people are made, and you know, it's all obviously we'll never truly know what actually happened back then, but because not a lot of shit was documented, and anything that was documented has either been burned, lost in war, fire, you know, you name it. We're pretty cooked in that front, but it does sort of go through the motions of how easy it could be to start a religion, and how, you know, how easily people will believe something if they're convinced. You know, it's one of them, like, and obviously it's, you know, back in them days as well, you got to consider like how easy it is to have a belief system like that. I mean, the amount of cultures that have had different gods, different, you know, I think like Norse mythology, you've got like hundreds of gods. Romans had hundreds of gods. The Greeks had hundreds of gods, and they were clever. The Greeks were fucking smart. They knew about astrology and shit like that, but they still had gods. So there's always there's just because Christianity says, oh, one man created the universe in 7 days, another culture will have a completely different belief. So what is this geezer blowing his nose? But like, my point is, you know, that this is why I'm interested about learning other cultures, because they're all essentially believing the same thing, just from complete different angles and different ways of approaching it. So, whereas science kind of, in my opinion at least, science is like, no, you're not special. There's nothing special about you. You're lucky to be alive. Suck it up and get on with it kind of approach, you know? So, yeah. Before religion, it's a cult. To an extent, there's a cultist approach to it, totally, definitely. It just depends on how extreme it is, I suppose. And there's been religions that have come and gone that we don't even know about. There would have been. Look at the druids that fucking put Stonehenge together. What would they believe in? Do you know what I mean? That was, what, 5000 BC, something like that? So, like, even before, obviously, yeah, we're in the year 2024. That's only in accordance to the Bible. You know, like, if you were to measure human history as a whole, God knows what year would be in. So, like, yeah, I don't know. It's fascinating. I do find it fascinating, but it's, oh, okay. But yeah, I don't know. I think reading Dune has really kind of opened my mind to it, and I can see how someone would be religious, and I've never been in a position where I've sort of looked for an answer for a god, or, you know, so I don't like the idea of not being in control of my own, not destiny per se, but like, I don't like the idea of everything's premeditated, as well as that. I like the harsh reality of the universe dictates nothing, you know, nothing is planned, things just happen. And obviously the only limitation on that is physics, realistically. You know, as long as physics says it can happen, it could happen. So, and if you apply that to fate or destiny or whatever, like, I do think you make your own kind of fortune, really. And I think, yeah, there's maybe certain elements that, I don't know, it's tricky, because do you believe in, oh, you were meant to meet this person, or whatever, because that's a nice fault, but equally, if you believe that, then you are essentially giving into the fact that your life is predetermined. And although that might not be predetermined by a person, a being, a god, whatever, it's implying the fact that you don't really have control over your life, which is a wild concept for me, personally. I think for some religions, they use the idea of having a god or multiple gods that gives them a form of comfort and peace of mind after they die. They will go somewhere to rest with loved ones. Yeah, no, totally. And I think that's a nice thought, and I think that many people have died for that thought, and a lot of people will still die for that thought. I don't know what I think happens. I'm agnostic about the whole thing, to be honest, because logic says, well, nothing, you know. But there can't be nothing, because there was nothing in the universe once, but we're all living at the moment, we're all witnessing it, we're all existing, but you knew nothing before, and nothing could take milliseconds, it could take forever, but you wouldn't know, you're not conscious for it. So part of me wants to think that when you die, I think you just live life as something else, someone else, something else. You know, you wouldn't have a clue about it. There's no way of knowing. I don't think your soul goes anywhere. I think you'll just be someone else. You won't have a clue about it. And you'll just do it again as something else. I don't know. I don't believe in afterlives. I don't think. It's a nice concept, and it is a comforting concept. But I just think because I sort of understand what I deem to be the harsh reality of existing. You know, it's the greatest curse but blessing you could ever have. You know, like we are so lucky to be functioning as a sentient being, and we're paying fucking taxes. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a pretty mad one when you think about it. You know, the fact that we actually, thinking about that, like you've got free sentient will as a being. You are the odds of you existing are quadrillions to one, more than that. You know, how many other fucking beings have we found in the universe? Like, that's how small the odds are. And we're paying fucking tax because an old rich fucker said that we have to. Like, and I understand that's a political aspect, that you need things to work to evolve as a society. That's different. That's a social construct. It's different anyway. But at the same time as that, it's still fucked up. You know, like, just that's what separates us from every other life form on the planet. We're sentient enough to actually have these social constructs that you kind of need to have to really flourish as a race. You know, like the human race. Earlier I heard someone say they aren't scared of death. We were nothing once and didn't seem to mind, so why should we this time? And I love that. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying. Like, it's a nihilistic view, totally. But, like, at the same time as that, like, that's a pretty black and white way of looking at it, but realistically the universe is black or white when you take physics into the account. It either can happen or it can't. Stuff like emotions, feelings, they're different. That's a variable. But physics dictate either yes or no. Like, there is no, it's possible, it is not possible. If it's not possible on this planet, then maybe, yeah, somewhere else, sure. But, like, I don't know. This is a very insightful. We've got more insightful than usual tonight, boys. My mate thinks when we die we get transported to a new universe and start mankind all over again for all eternity. See, that's pretty, again, I don't think you'd have any knowledge of it, though. You know? I don't know. Life like that is upsetting because no one deserves to have life or some of the lives that people. No one deserves to live some of the lives that people have or do. So it makes me feel like it can't be predetermined. Yeah, to an extent as well. I agree with that. Like, you know, I'm in a relatively. Don't get me wrong. It's got its fucking issues, totally. But I'm in a relatively stable country that has, you know, I've got a roof over my head. I've got hot water. I've got, like, luxurious things that other people would deem to be, you know, upper class or, you know, the upper echelons of society, you know. But at the same time as that, we've still got our own personal issues or you know, stuff like emotions and feelings that you can't control. None of us have it particularly easy, but realistically, when I'm feeling shit like that, I'm like, oh, fucking stop being silly. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're lucky, one, to even be alive, let alone to live in this time and age that you do, where, you know, mortality rates aren't bad. Like, for human, it's not bad. You know, technology's on the up. Obviously, yeah, there's a lot of fucking problems in this world at the moment. This planet is fucked. But, like, the Earth will be fine. The Earth will find a way. It's humankind that need to worry. The planet will be fine. The planet's still going to be here, and yeah, it might be uninhabitable by the time we're fucking done with it, but, like, the planet's not going anywhere. Not until the fucking sun explodes. Oh, so you go. No, French. Oh. That's okay, I forgive you. Although your 100% record has now been tainted, so better than being scared. Yeah, that's the bit. I find comfort in just knowing that it's pointless. Like, we exist simply because we can. Nothing more than that, really. You exist because you can. That's it. And I think one thing that will convince you of that more than anything is, like, if you were put in a near-death experience kind of situation. Which is obviously horrible, anyone that has been in one. I can't say I have. But your fight or flight will kick in. you know, and that's just human instinct. That's stuff that you can't even, you don't even feel that. You just do it. It's, you know, your brain will kick in and you'll be like, okay, we need to survive, because it's just human instinct. It's the same with, you know, eating, drinking, sex, like that. These are human instincts that, you know, you don't think about. Like, yeah, it's stuff like that. I don't know. There's a certain level of primitiveness to humans still, on the absolute basic fundamentals of what makes a creature. You know, we're only animals, really. We're just animals that are sentient and clever enough to actually figure some of this shit out. So, when you look at what humans have achieved, it's pretty good. Like, we have achieved some incredible things. We've achieved some horrific things at the same time. But, you know, that's barbaric nature in flow. When I was struggling mentally, I would tell myself that others have it worse. It got me through, and now I work in mental health and help people work out. Oh, good for you, man. But yeah, no, similar, to be fair. I didn't work in mental health, but obviously, because I would probably be a detriment. But at the same time as that, like, I've sort of got myself out of problems mentally with similar mentality. Realistically, the only times you can't get yourself out of that is if it's something in your life that's constant and stuff like that. And yeah, you can get out of it for a little while and you can escape for a while, but if it's a constant, then I guess it's a variable. But again, these are things that realistically never last that long in the grand scheme of things. You know, the problems I was having when I was 16, I can't even remember now. So, or you don't remember how they feel, or you find a way to deal with them that's not whatever it was at the time, you know. So, like, I deal with problems very logically these days. If I'm worrying about something, I will worry about it when I need to. If it crops up, becomes a problem, deal with it head on, done, move on. Don't spend weeks thinking about it, worrying about it, overthinking it. Just look at it from a logical perspective and go, what can I do about it right now? Nothing. Okay, then that's what I'll do. I'll do nothing about it until I can, or till I have to, you know? So, hello Lamorna, how you doing? You're the guy to help me see that you can just enjoy life for a while. We might as well enjoy our flow through the universe. Yeah, I like the idea that we can do that. And I mean, we try to, I think. I don't think we think about it all that much. I've never really particularly looked at my stuff as bringing joy to people, but like, if it does, then brilliant. You know, like, that's nice to hear, obviously. And obviously, we've been told that a few times, which is nice, because it's realistically, we're all still just blokes in our 20s who have all got our own problems. You know, some of us do have, maybe not as much now, and if we do, we're not as open about it probably as we should be. But like, for example, I was having a bad day last week or whatever, and I pretty much said to the boys, I was like, look, I'm not feeling it tonight, I'm in a bad mood, whatever. Like, and it weren't that deep, but they were like, yeah, that's fine, it's calm. Like, we're only humans, same as everyone else, so it's like, you're only really seeing the fun bits, you know. Like, there are obviously a lot of complexities to us, and we definitely all think differently, me and the boys. That's another conversation for another time, I suppose. But like, we definitely all think differently, and we have different mindsets about a lot of things. But it's just navigating that and managing to operate around that. Because we are dealing with each other on a daily basis, and you can tread on each other's toes sometimes, and you can annoy each other a bit. But at the same time as that, like, it's, you know, as long as you're mature enough to understand that, oh, not everyone's going to have the same opinion as me, and that's okay, then it's fine. You know, you move on from it. So, right, we're halfway there with this gun. That's good. Don't worry yet. Yeah, that's the thing. This is what I'm saying. Like, you know, there's been shit that I've done in the last 5 years or whatever, and every time something's happened, I've gone, well, is it affecting me in this very moment in time? No. Alright, okay. Well then, when it happens, you know? Like, I had it a lot when I was made redundant. There was a lot of, like, stress and pressure on me to be like, am I going to pay rent? and I'll be like, look, 2 days before, look at the numbers, go, have you got enough? If not, there's a plan B. Just don't do what you can to remedy it, but don't stress yourself or work yourself up over it, because there's nothing you can do about it right now. What you can do is you can try and find a job to sort this out. And if that job doesn't work out, then we'll deal with that when it gets to it. Like, you just gotta look at things logically, I think, sometimes. I don't know. I compartmentalise sometimes. But I'm good though, Lamorna. How are you? Yeah, we're doing... This has accidentally turned into a bit of a deep, insightful chat tonight. It wasn't the plan, I won't lie. But, yeah. Love life while you can, because there's going to come a day where you can't do much anymore. So make memories while you can, save them while you're in it. Yeah, that as well, totally. I look at people sometimes. There's certain people I've looked at in my life, and I'm like, I can see you as an old person. I can just see what you'll look like. I can see, not how you'll be necessarily, because obviously everyone has life events that are going to change how they are. But like, I look at people and I'm like, I can see you as an old person. Like, you're not going to be young forever. And I thought this literally earlier. I know I've been thinking this a lot lately. I'm like, I am realistically only going to be in my good years, well, what are considered to be my good years, for like another 5 years. Am I happy with how much I've done in my 20s? And the answer is kind of no, I think. I don't feel like I've lived the best life I could have. But then the optimist in me goes, yeah, we've had fun. So, like, and I look back at the memories, I'm like, yeah, okay, that was a good time. I had fun. Part of me's like, I do feel like I've missed out a little bit sometimes. But if you think about that too much, it will probably upset you. But, like, I did realise I'm not going to look like this forever. I'm definitely not going to look like... You know, I'm not going to be this young again. And I'm constantly aging. We're all aging. We're all growing up. So, like, this is what I try... Also, we get quite a few teenagers in these chats and stuff like that. So I always try to say, like, enjoy your young years while you can. And then I remember being told that countless times growing up. And it frustrated the hell out of me. Because I was like, oh, you're just a stupid adult. You know, you're just miserable and old. But it's like, oh, no, wait a minute. You've got to really enjoy your youth. Like, because you're only going to get it once. I'm never going to be this... Well, not at the moment, because fuck my leg up. But, like, I'm never going to be this physically able when I'm older. I'm never going to be this free responsibility-wise. You know, I might have kids in 10 years. There's no way I'm getting any shit done with that. Like, I'm currently in a privileged position. I've got my own... I've got a mortgage. I've got a flat. I haven't got kids to worry about. I haven't really got... I've not really got many responsibilities at all. Beyond my own health and beyond, like, making sure my fucking rent's paid and I've fed myself. That is basically it. And while that is still... I've essentially tripled my responsibilities since this time last year. It's still... realistically not that big a deal, you know. So love to observe people around me or in public, just wonder what life has been like for them, how many times they've had to pick themselves up, remind themselves to keep going. Yeah, I find that weird. I do think this about parents as well, to be honest. You do often forget that your parents are just people. Like, they've got their own social lives, they've got their own feelings and emotions. And I think I've always just discredited that as just like, oh, it's just mum's being bitchy again or whatever. Like, you do tend to forget that they are just other people as well. Like, it could be the same as someone you work with. Do you know what I mean? And you wouldn't. You process it differently because it's family. But at the same time as that, it's... Like, my sister, she's a couple of years younger than me, and, like, she goes out with her friends and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, she's probably just, like, how often do your family members cross your mind as other people? Like, is it just my mum, my dad, my sister, whatever, like, you know? And, like, my nan, for example, I think about this often, like, my nan would have been my age once, which I find mental, because, you know, like, in a friend's circumstance, you could have been really good friends with them. It's, like, which I do find mental, like, I think, would I have been friends with my dad if we were the same age? You know, like... I mean, the answer would have been yes, because I'm pretty much carbon copy of the guy, but, like... Yeah, it's just shit like that, you know? I feel like that, and I'm not in my 20s just yet. It's a lifelong feeling. Yeah, and I think you'll adapt to it as you get older as well. I've definitely been feeling it since I've sort of got to the later half of my 20s. I'm definitely starting to be like, oh shit, like, time is moving, and I'm not going to be like this forever. So, I want to kind of, I want to enjoy the best life I can while I'm young. And then, you know, I can look back and be like, oh, I was young and stupid and having fun once, and blah, blah, blah. Because, I don't know, I don't know. It's sad, but, like, it's the reality of it, like, you know. And if anything, you're kind of lucky if you get old, I think, really, because it means you've lived a life. Like, dying young's one thing. I think, like, as much as, yeah, you're that's going to be people's memory of you in your head forever young kind of thing. But, you know, I think I'll adjust to being older pretty well, to be honest. I think my interests will change slightly. I'm not going to be doing this forever. I say that. I probably will. If there's any consolation, your 30s really aren't that bad. Yeah, I don't doubt that, to be honest. I just feel like 30's become the new 20 anyway, I think. So I'm telling myself. So it's one of them. My mum is a cripple, and she thinks she will end up with dementia, so she's going to Switzerland to use assisted death. So it's really nice to know she's at peace with herself. Yeah, I mean, that's an important decision to make. And you got to sort of... Oh, my bad. You got to kind of, like, commend anyone that does go through with it, because it's like, well, if you really want that, then yeah. Like, who are we to say no? It's tricky. It is tricky. It's because it's... If she does get dementia, obviously, God forbid, like, I mean, God's got nothing to do with it, but if she did get dementia and then she went, oh, I want to do that, and then a week later she forgets about it through the illness, like, so I mean, it's tricky to sort of process that, isn't it? Because then your morality gets involved, your emotions get involved, and that's what stops you from being a black and white, plain and, you know, reading it clear and simple human. That's where the tricky bit comes in. The emotion is the tricky bit. See, it's all easy saying that, but as soon as morality gets involved, that's when shit changes. So, happens mostly when I see old people or old couples. I wonder about their love story and how many times they had to forgive each other and be there for another when life gets difficult. Yeah, that's another thing. I think totally. I've never thought about it all that much, to be honest. Yeah, the idea of growing old with someone's nice. I will say that. But at the same time as that, like, life's so unpredictable, you know? It's nice, and obviously if you've got that, then you're, you know, lucky. But how many of them just settle? You know, like, that's the thing. If you look at it pessimistically, you're gonna find things. But, like, I don't know. There's so many ways of looking at it. It's all so it's all I don't know. There's just lots of different approaches to it, I think. And, you know, has anyone ever been truly happy? There's always something, right? So there's being happy, and then there's being grateful, which are obviously different things. So, but yeah. See, I do wonder if I'll be doing this in 5 years' time. You know, I think if I had a kid, I'd probably be like, okay, I'll still game, but, like, it's probably just going to be, I don't know. I can't keep this up forever. I don't think. As much as I love it dearly as a hobby, like, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'll do it. I'll just do it until I don't like it anymore, but I've been doing it since I was 14, so... It's one of them, isn't it? It's like, if you enjoy it, why stop doing something? So many different ways of looking at it, though. Oh, it's your boy. I should have got a headshot there. Look at that, he's locked the fuck in. That... Okay, that should have been a kill. Has anyone got any conversation or insightful topics that we can go over? I'm feeling whimsical. Feeling whimsical and various other words of a similar nature. I don't know. That is disgusting. That looks horrible. I just want this bloody... I just want to do these diamond SMGs and get them out of the way. We are speeding through this one, to be fair, which is good. Point blanks. Oh, no! I don't want to do point blanks. I beg. Hello, TJ Rob. How you doing? My dad's mate died recently. Both served in the army together, and my dad's emotionally broken. It's really hard to get to see him like this because he normally has the same personality as you. Yeah, I think obviously it depends on his age, but like one of my dad's friends died recently, and it was a bit like, I think my dad might have been a bit like, "Whoa, okay, this is a bit like, you know, it's because I mean he's late 50s, 50." 58 today. It's his birthday today. But yeah, I think he's getting to that age where it's a bit like people he knows are either dying or shit like that. And it's going to happen to all of us. But it's processing that, isn't it? Like, either I'm going to die first or I'm going to have to attend one of the boys' funerals. That's the harsh reality of it. And the other thing as well is, when you get with someone, obviously relationship wise, there are two outcomes, both of which are sad. You're either going to break up, or you're going to have to attend the other's funeral, or you're going to die. There are three outcomes. You know, so it's one or the other. You know, you're either going to split up, or one of you will die. That is the harsh reality of it. You know, you're either going to be together, and then that's it. You know. So it's pretty morbid, really. I don't know. I don't know how I'd process it. If one of the boys died, obviously, yeah, it would be sad. A little bit, I suppose. If it was Isaac, I'd be like celebrating in the streets, streaking. I'm joking, but you know, knowing me, knowing my luck, I'll fucking outlive the lot of them. We have joked about this before. We've joked about this, saying I'm going to outlive the rest of them just because of years of them calling me old. I'm going to outlive the lot of them, and I'll like it, and it'll be funny. I'll finally have peace. I'll be like, yeah, get fucked. I will win. I don't know who do you think is going to die first? That's the question. I mean, money would dictate is me, I suspect. You know. The amount I drink and don't look after my body, you know, have been a chain smoker at points in my life. It's stuff like that. You know, I don't particularly look after myself as much as I should. But at the same time as that, I can run 5k. So it's like, Benji, I think Benji would be up there. Benji's definitely...
Hey, stop pushing one side. Stay on one side and let them fucking stay there.
But it's not domination. What do you... yeah, Benji would probably be top of my list, I think, to be honest. Nathan would die first, drink so much. Yeah, I can see that. I feel like Nathan would go out in style, though, to be honest. I feel like Zigzag dying is going to be sad. It's just going to be a sad, lonely death for Zigzag. it's not even going to be like anything exciting. It's going to be a sad, lonely death. I don't know. Isaac, I feel like it's going to have a long life. I do feel like he will. Annoyingly. I don't know. I've not given this full ever before, to be honest, but it's going to happen. How's Kyle going to die? Because I feel like Kyle would be quite adventurous, but that said, I think I can see Kyle getting dementia or something like that. I can see Dan getting dementia as well. I think Dan would be quite funny with it, to be honest, though. Like, obviously dementia's horrible, but like, I feel like he'd say something and you'd be like, oh, Dan. What you like? I don't know. What's Blue gonna die of? I don't know. This shit's so baffling, isn't it? Like, it's something will get us all, and probably, to be honest, it'll probably be cancer for all of us. I suspect. You know, if we get that far, if we live that long. But yeah, I don't know. I just find shit like that mad. Double headshot. We'd love to see that. I've just been blown up by unconfirmed sources. Yeah, I think Zig's dying a lonely, horrible death in the cold. He's gonna be an old man, and he's not gonna be able to afford heating, and that's it. He's gonna have one of them deaths where it's like a postman come round and notice that things weren't as they appeared, and then when they investigate the house, it's just Zigzag dead in an armchair, and like his dog's been eating him for like the last 2 weeks. Coronavirus 2 will do us in. Nah, we're not due a pandemic for a long time, I don't think, to be honest. If there was another pandemic, world's absolutely just fucking cooked. Economy in the toilet, no one's going to be able to do anything. Ever again. It's fucked enough after the pandemic as it is. Yeah, I don't know. But how am I going to die? I don't know. I don't know what like, maybe I'll get shot by a crazy fan. John Lennon style or something like that, you know. For comments I made. Probably on one of these live streams. Yeah. Anything's possible, boys. And girls. I'm not gonna segregate here. Don't get me wrong, like, instinct goes, yeah, we should go out with a blaze of glory. Like, if I'm in a hostage situation, mouth over the barrel of a shotgun, I'd be like, do it, you won't. Or, like, drive my car off a cliff or something like that. Something really cool. But that said, as long as it's painless, I'm fine with that. I mean, you're not going to know about it, really, are you? I don't think I'm scared of dying itself. I think it's just the thought of missing out, I think, really, that is what does it. Like, the idea of dying itself, I don't think it's that painful. Obviously, if you get cancer or something, you'll be on so much medication and stuff that you'll probably be half asleep for most of it. My granddad died of cancer in 2019. And, like, he was off his tits on medication for most of it, to be honest. I don't think... Like, his last memories would have been at his house, so... yeah, one of them, innit? It's just like, you wouldn't know. Benji will die of broken heart because of his chicken goose. Benji would go out in a self-entitled blaze of glory when, in the grand scheme of things, it'll be extremely insignificant like he is. Oh my god. Never wanted to get old, and here I sit 19 going on 90. I don't want to get older. No, I mean, we're all gonna do it. I'd rather get old than not, I think. I would like to experience life's finer things, like, and I think that perspective would change if I had kids, because then your motivations change. Because at that point you're like, oh, I want to see my kids get older and get married, or you know, have happy lives and stuff like that, and blah blah blah. Like, you kind of want to see that more as you get older, I think. Whereas now it's just like, you know, make money, fuck bitches kind of vibes. Not necessarily them particularly, but you know what I mean. Sorry, I'm just blowing the wax on my... I got a candle. It's a dead man's finger candle. It's very cool. But I've just blown it out and I'm playing with the wax. I like wax. I like watching it dry. Fascinating stuff, wax. Ah! I've waxed on my desk. Shit. It's all good. We've recovered. Dan gets lost in the jungle. That's it. Yeah, never recovered. As long as the world doesn't get worse, being old shouldn't be that bad. Oh, I wouldn't put your money on it. We are entering a point of no return. Thing is, I don't know how you'd get out of the current situation we're in. Like economically, at least. Stuff like wars can be fixed. That's, you know, there's differences, but differences can be put aside. And I do believe that it will be okay. Obviously, there's been a lot of talk this week coming out of Ukraine and that. And like, I remember when it all kicked off. I remember that week so clearly as well, because it was the first week I was with my girlfriend. It was the first time we got together. But that was the weekend, and it was like on the Thursday or the Wednesday night, I think, that the invasion initially started. I remember like I was shitting myself. And like obviously as time goes on, you sort of put things logically and blah blah blah. But like I did spend a lot of time worrying about the whole situation. And LOL, we've been having very insightful conversations tonight. I can't lie. If you wanted chaos, you're in the wrong place for once. I've actually been yapping really, to be honest, but you know, making sense. But yeah, like I was genuinely petrified when that thing kicked off. And obviously as time's gone on, I think things have got worse. But at the same time as that, you sort of go, well, hang about. They're threatening to nuke everybody. But if they do, then they're fucked as well. And I realistically, as much as there's a lot of saber rattling and rhetoric, and we're not helping the situation at all, to be fair. We are making it worse, I'd argue. There's got to be a diplomatic way of dealing with this that isn't just, I'll blow the fuck out of you. Oh, no, I'll blow you up first. Like, there's got to be a better way of fucking diplomacy than that. But, yeah, like, it got to a point, I was pretty much having a breakdown about the whole thing, just like, fucking stressing about it, reading the news every day, stuff like that. In the end, I just basically stopped reading the news for one. That was, because I saw a Denzel Washington quote yesterday. He was like, if you don't watch the news, you're uninformed. If you do read it, you're ill-informed. So it's like, it's a lose-lose situation, really. But at the same time as that, like, it's one of them where, like, I genuinely don't believe, and I don't think it would happen. But I genuinely don't believe nukes would be dropped unless they were on the opposing country or whatever, the army, were on the doorstep of your fucking city. I don't think it would happen unless it really got desperate. As much as there is saber rattling and my dick's bigger than yours, and it is a dick swinging contest, let's be real. We all know that we could end fucking civilization in an hour. So, like, there's no point. Like, it's mutually assured destruction for a reason. No one would survive. It's good to have them, they're a deterrent, but at the same time as that, it's also you've kind of, both fucking sides are just being absolutely reckless with the whole thing. It's ridiculous. You know, and they're just gambling with our lives, essentially. Going, oh, well, then they're not going to do anything, so we'll just double down. It's like, yeah, alright, that's good, that's fine, because that's kind of, you're both doing it, fair enough. But at the same point, it's going to get to a point, if that keeps happening, where one of them will go, fuck them. Fuck them, watch this. And that's the thing. It's not going to happen unless, realistically, you're on the doorstep of if we attacked fucking Moscow. You know, it's not going to happen unless we were on the outskirts of Moscow knocking on the fucking Kremlin's door going, come on, we're invading. It's our time now. So realistically, that's the way I look at it logically. You know, Putin spent the last 2 years setting up BRICS nations and that convention and stuff. He doesn't want to die, and he knows full well if he drops a nuke, that country is fucking toast. So, they want to make money. That's all it is. They don't want to die any more than we do. So, realistically, if you look at it that way, it is saber rattling. That's pretty much all it is. But there is a point where you're like, alright, stop it now. It's getting fucking silly. It's been 3 years of just going, yeah, my dick's bigger than yours. Oh, my nukes can destroy yours. Yeah, okay. Well, how about neither of you use them, and fucking we actually try working as a planet? Because that'd be cool, you know? We're capable of going to the fucking moon, Mars even, at this point. why not just, you know, put the bombs away? Let's just restrict it to, like, I don't know, 10 each. So even if we do set them all off, the world's not fucked. 5,000's a bit excessive, don't you think? Do you know what I mean? And I'm talking to you as well, America. Like, you're not helping the fucking situation. Putin just... fucking Biden has just gone, yeah, fuck them. I'm going to run away into the Amazon for 2 weeks or whatever. Like, it's just fucking irresponsible. They're trying to cause as much damage control as they can before fucking Trump gets in, I think. But even then, the whole situation's fucked. And sorry you like about the man, and I do not agree with a lot of the shit he says, but if you're going to trust anyone to try and actually sort out a peace deal, it's probably Trump. So, yeah. My mate thinks when Kim Jong-un dies, North Korea will nuke the world. Well, that's a stupid opinion, because that family would want to continue. If like, my granddad was in charge of the world, and then when he died, I went, I'm going to drop nukes, that would mean I wouldn't get to rule it. There'd be nothing left for me to rule. So what's... No, that's a stupid thought process. All due respect to your friend. What's Benji really like behind the scenes when he's not being chaotic? I spoke to him on Discord once and he seemed pretty chill. It was nice, it was weird. He can be a bit chaotic. His thing at the minute has been just... We'll be having a conversation in the group chat about anything. And he'll just put in random shit. He gets like a little bit schizophrenic, and he's just like, he puts in a selfie or like a picture of a crane or something. Like, okay, Benji, can we try and have a coherent conversation? But like when he's on it, when he's actually being sensible, he's good to have a chat to. I like talking to Benji because when he's actually like in that headspace and like on it, he's fine. He's just a normal bloke. Yeah, it's just sometimes he can't get a coherent conversation out of him. Yeah, there was something happened earlier in the month, and I think he used all of his brain power up for that. So, so yeah, Benji's running low on brain power at the minute, but he'll be back. When are you and the lads getting on together again? We were on yesterday. I think we might be playing tomorrow. I don't know, we have sessions a lot, I just never stream them. I prefer streaming on my own, because I streamed with 4 of us yesterday. And I can't focus. I just can't do both at the same time. Because I've got to dedicate myself to one or the other. I can't... You know, if I'm with the boys, realistically, we're trying to get clips. We're not trying to get clips, but like, you know, you don't want... If something funny is happening, I don't want to be going over to chat and talking to chat. So... That's kind of why I've stopped doing group streams, just because it's too much to try and keep tabs on. And then I also do feel like I'm neglecting chat, which I don't like. I like actually being active with my chats, and stuff like that. So they're my reasons, at least. Like I said, I did it yesterday, and it was a little bit sensory. Like, ooh. There's so much going on here. And Jessel was live as well, so that was like, we're both talking to our chats individually, but then at the same time trying to talk to Zigzag, wasn't streaming, so he was just sort of in the middle. So it is one of them. Yeah, it's a tricky one. Been watching you again lately, so funny, keep up the good. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. We do try. But yeah, like, it's difficult to balance it all out, you know, it's... And don't get me wrong, I love streaming, I love sessions with the boys, I love playing just gaming in general, but doing it all at once is is difficult. I will say that. Like, and the thing is, if I do stream with the boys, I have to neglect chat realistically if I want to actually dedicate myself to properly playing with the boys. I need no distractions when I'm with the boys. I can't really have like an audience. I think because I feel bad. It's kind of my... Yesterday was hectic, but nice. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, obviously, there was a bit of everything yesterday, because obviously it started off chaos. Then it was just me and Jessel for a bit, and we were just having a conversation, which was cool. And then it was just me, so I could actually address a little bit of time. So I guess it was probably better than I thought it was, to be honest. But at the same time as that, like, I don't know. I think because it felt chaotic, it sort of that was me just like, oh yeah, that weren't my best, you know. But again, I think that's a preference thing, isn't it? That's just years of me doing it, so one of them. But yeah, the TikTok streams next year, I'm hoping will be pretty mad. That's what I'm going for. But yeah, pretty much all the boys are pretty much behind the scenes are pretty much the same as what they are, like in clips, I guess, to an extent. Yeah, and realistically, I don't think any of us are actually exaggerating our personalities all that much. I think we record differently to a lot of actual like YouTubers. I say that because I still don't see myself as one. I'm just a dude. I'm just a chill guy. But yeah, like I feel like some YouTubers probably do false personalities a little bit, whereas we sort of just go, anyone on tonight? Yeah, I'll play. Well, oh sweet, and then we'll just play. And then if anything funny happens, you just clip it. That's the only difference. We're not actually going, okay, this is a recording session, time to be funny now. Like sometimes you'll put it on a little bit. Like I will definitely be, but again, mine's entirely mood dependent for me. I think if I've turned up to a session in a good mood, then I know full well that I'm gonna be putting it on. That said, if I turn up in a bad mood, well, I probably just wouldn't turn up, to be honest. But like, if I turn up in a bad mood, I know that it's just gonna. We had one the other day where like we got 10 minutes into playing, and we were like, yeah, it's just gonna be chill vibes today. We're just gonna talk. Like we're just gonna chat. It's pretty much like you can tell the vibe 10 minutes in, if that. Deep chats on stream are always lovely. Yesterday and today, yeah, that's what I like to think so. Like there's so much to talk about, and it's like the fact anyone even wants to listen to me chat about shit is pretty mad, to be honest. Considering I didn't, when I first started ever making videos, I didn't even voice reveal until about 2 years after I'd started because I was scared. Hello, Nikon. Hey, dude. Activate funny. Yeah. Still don't know how to set up notifications when you go live on TikTok. I ain't got a clue, to be honest. And the thing is, I've avoided sharing it in Discord and stuff, to be honest, though, because I want it to kind of just form naturally, kind of thing. But, that said, I've managed to acquire a few regulars on TikTok, which is pretty mad. I did stream yesterday, yeah. I've been streaming TikTok a lot lately. It feels fresh. And as much as I like streaming on YouTube, it is cluttering my channel a little bit, in my opinion. I kind of like just using YouTube as videos, and then obviously if people do want to be members and support it, then they can. But like, just know that there's nothing because of it. You know, you're not really getting anything out of it, which I do feel bad for, but I want to try and sort something out, but it's just time. I mean, I'm managing with maintaining the main channel at the moment, which is great. But yeah, please share it because I want to know when you stream. Oh, okay. All right. Well, maybe I'll do it in my Discord. To be fair, yeah. I'm just glad you'll stream after I'm home from work. Yeah, that's a bit. Well, we're all just people. We're all in full-time jobs, so it does kind of. We're all doing it as a hobby as well, realistically. So it's like we're just normal dudes, you know. So that's one. I finish work at 5 o'clock. I get home and I've got the evening to do whatever I want to do, and it's like, oh yeah, fuck it, I'll stream. You know, a lot of the time it's just sort of on a whim, but right, I'll do one more game. I'm getting tired. 12 off. I can't believe I've had to do another SMG. I'm fuming. How are you today? I'm good, thank you, Nikon. Today's been a very standard Wednesday at work, to be honest, pretty quiet. Can't complain all that much. I had to grit the car park today, that was fun. You load a load of grit into like a little wheelbarrow kind of thing, and it just throws grit out as you go. It's really fun. It's the most boring sentence I've ever said. But yeah. I do 8 or 10-10, so coming home and settling to you guys is beautiful. I never saw it that way. I mean, I just, yeah, I mean, 8 to 8 is rough. 12-hour shifts. Couldn't be me. Hello, Show No Mercy. That's a very aggressive username you've gone for. What's the context? Please elaborate on that. I keep saying elaborate as well. Well, hang about. Why have they got like 15 players and we've got 4? That doesn't make sense. Anyway, last game of the day. And it's on fucking heirloom as well. Jesus Christ, alright. But anyway, this year we'll see the end of, well, for now at least, it will see the end of YouTube streams. For me, I will probably end up coming back, let's be real. But, yeah, I've enjoyed it thoroughly. But I don't know, it's just, I've really enjoyed TikTok streaming, I'm not gonna lie. And like, realistically, that's my biggest platform. So, it makes more sense for me to stream on there. And yeah, it's this has kind of become my second job, which I do need to actually do well in, because it's the difference between me actually not eating and eating at the minute, and it's like, I do kind of need to knuckle down with it. So, and don't get me wrong, I love it. I'm doing it because I love it. I'm not doing it because of that, but like, because I'm realistically not making that much money from it, but I'm making enough of a little bit of a difference to actually fund, you know, 3 days worth of food. So it's like one of them. But like, I'll be streaming on TikTok next year. I'll see out this year, obviously. I'm not 100% on the decision yet, but I think that's going to be the likely outcome. Just because there's a bigger audience there, and it's just... I think what it was, there was a stream I did on here a few weeks ago, and it's no one's fault, really, to be honest. It's just the way it goes. And, you know, I'm not that... I wasn't down or upset about it. I was just like, right, look at this logically. Like, realistically, if I stream on TikTok, I'll probably have 30 people sitting there along talking, and like the chat can be a little bit chaotic, but it's only as chaotic as you let it be. And I've kind of managed to time it a little bit, which is good. You get the odd fucking fruitcake coming, but you're gonna get that here as well. So, but I did one on here like not long ago, and it was like there was 4 people here or something like that, and it's like, I don't mind that, because that's where I come from. Like, I was doing that for years. I've been doing that for longer than I hadn't been. But it was just one of them. It's sort of like, I don't know, it just feels like I'm getting more out of TikTok, I guess. And like, the conversation as well, I think, because there's constantly comments, I can pick and choose what I... No, that's not what I meant. Like, I was going to say, I can pick and choose what I respond to, but at the same time, I respond to anything anyway. So, like, it's one of them where it's sort of like... I don't know. It's just refreshing, I think, is what I'm trying to say. So, we'll see. We'll see. A little while ago, you didn't like TikTok options change, and it is decent. Yeah, that's the... I mean, it's not that I didn't like TikTok. I just wasn't using it. But it has occurred to me recently that, like, it's not a sleeping giant, per se, but, like... It's definitely a tool that I can utilise so much more than I have been. And I do want to, you know, I do want to get back on it as best I can. And to be honest, since, you know what did it, the Australia trip, the trip Kyle coming over, has completely sort of rejuvenated me, like, creatively. Like, I'm actually in a routine with it now, and even I've missed like 2 days uploading clips in the last 2-3 months, which is, by my standards, considering what I'd done like the year prior, like, it's good. And yeah, I don't know, I am enjoying it at the minute, to be fair, and it's nice and stuff like that. So I just yeah, I don't know. I'm still considering it. I'm still weighing up the options, but I do enjoy it. Yeah. Would you ever get a job like Tesco or Cash in Hand? Well, this is what I'm saying, Shah. This has essentially become that. Because I was considering it. I was talking to some people where I was like, do I get a second job? You know, a bit of bar work or something like that. And I was like, I looked. Then I think I looked at my TikTok that day. That's kind of what's brought me to this decision, really. Realistically, because, you know, even if I only do a 2-hour stream on TikTok or whatever, you know, you get a few roses. But it's not about the money, to be honest. Because realistically, if I wanted the money, I would have got a second job. But if I can game and still make a little bit of a difference in the month that makes my life slightly easier, you know, I've kind of got something that I can do that with here. So it is one of them where it's like, this is my hobby. I don't want it to turn into a job, but at the same time as that, I am doing that at the moment, and I'm enjoying it, and I'm still treating it like a hobby. So I'm just trying to maximise exposure and stuff like. Thank you, Elle, as well, by the way. I'm trying to maximise exposure, and realistically, I mean, I'm not trying to make the money, but I've had more success on TikTok in the last 2 weeks than I have on YouTube in the last 3 months with that aspect of it. And another major factor as well with live streaming on TikTok, obviously the money that you get in gifts, you can pretty much withdraw the next day. Whereas with YouTube, I'd have to wait until the end of the month, like 3 days before payday. And that's possibly the biggest factor, to be honest, because that TikTok streaming got me through last week. If I hadn't had a few gifts on TikTok, I would not have got through last week. So it's one of them where it's not like I'm not streaming. I'm just changing what platform I'm on. That's pretty much all it is. I'm still going to be uploading videos. I'm still going to be uploading clips. Nothing is going to change there at all. Realistically, I think it will help. I think really. And I think I'm not ADHD, but I've got like, I can deal with the talking to TikTok, even though there is a lot going on there. A lot of the time, I can sort of keep up with it, which is nice. Because I do like to think my streams are very chatty and very interactive. You know, I've tried to do that for years. So, and TikTok, I do feel like I'm all right at doing that there, where a lot of people on TikTok are just like, so like I find it easier to stand out on there. So it's one of them. But yeah, it's not necessarily my second job. It's my hobby, which I can profit from in a sense. But again, like I said, that money is realistically just to get me out of trouble, and I can get it quicker than I could if I was working a second job. So it's a reality I didn't want to be in, but it's the difference between me getting fucking kicked out and paying my mortgage. So, you know, one of them, innit? But yeah, I just want to carry on doing what I'm doing, to be honest, because I'm enjoying myself. So it's one of them. Can make polls about needless bullshit on TikTok too. That's true. That is true. And also the fart noise is funny. I will say that it is quite good. And you know, the biggest part of I was saying this earlier, the biggest thing about TikTok streaming, which is why I prefer it to this, I can listen to fucking music while I do it. You don't realise how much of a game changer that's been. Listening to music while I stream is perfect situation, because I can just make different playlists and I can just listen to whatever I want. That's like the biggest thing. I won't lie. I earn money irregardless. That doesn't bother me that much, to be honest. It's nice. Don't get me wrong. It is great, and like we just had a whole conversation about it. But the music, that's the fact that's the missing piece of the puzzle. That it's so important, and I'm someone that I can't live without music. This stream I've had fun this stream, to be fair. It's been very talky and we've actually been very conversational, but it's felt quiet, which I know it hasn't been because I've been yapping like a fucking madman, but it's felt quiet in comparison to like lately, because obviously TikTok streams have been musical. And sorry, I was just smelling my candle. The wax is like just semi-melted. It's a bit dippy. Yeah, I'd 1v1 you, but I'm in bed wrapped up in my duvet. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, that's kind of like the justifications for my decision. Like I said, I'll probably change my mind 6 times before New Year anyway, so we'll see. But you know, realistically, my biggest platform is there. And like the streams there are chaotic, I will say that. And I'm still like, maybe I'll still do Wednesdays on here. I don't know yet. But we'll see. Can't live without music. What's your favourite music? All of it. If you go on my channel, and then there's like one of the community posts. There's a playlist I've made, which is like specifically just songs that I've put together for like whoever wants to listen to them. So, and I change it like every week or so. So, could do TikTok and YouTube at the same time. Is that a thing? It is, but again, I wouldn't be able to listen to music. So, I think TikTok beats all streaming because of music. Then there's the visual donations. It's so much extra and worth it. Yeah, this little things like that. It's easier to get noticed on there. I mean, I did one like last week, and it was like I got 100 new followers just from doing a fucking stream. So it's like, to grow, and realistically, anyone that likes the content enough on there will come here anyway. So it's one of them. It goes hand in hand, and it's on here. People will probably get a notification saying, "Oh, I've uploaded, and it's a fucking 2-hour stream." You know, so it's like, realistically, I'm just streamlining things. That's pretty much all it is. I do want to upload more shorts on here, but it's just remembering and being asked to do it because it's long. I just wish the uploading shorts process was a bit nicer, to be honest. But why didn't you vibe with Twitch, considering you like listening to music? I don't like Twitch. I don't know what it is. I'm here because your TikTok content. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. See, like, if people like the content enough, they'll end up here one way or another. And this is just a place for the videos, really, and the vlogs and stuff like that. And obviously, if I really want to get creative, I mean, if I really wanted to, I could just upload fucking VODs, like stream VODs. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not. I could do that, but again, that's just a whole load of uploads that people don't want. So I like the live aspect of like living in the moment kind of thing. You know, if you miss it, you miss it. Sometimes it's for the best. Sometimes there's some things that should have stayed in live and have. Yeah, you know what I'm like, so you know. But yeah, and I appreciate that, Gwenda. But yeah, that's a general summary of just where my brain is. Twitch I didn't like on the basis that I don't like Twitch streamers. I don't know what it is. I think there was a guy I knew once who was just a bit of a dick, and he was like, I stream on Twitch. I'm like, oh, I do not like you. So yeah, like, I think one person gave me the ick, and that was it. I didn't like Twitch after that. But yeah, no, I just didn't vibe with Twitch. I didn't really understand any of it, and it was all too regimented and very, I don't know, like, quantized is the word I want to use. It's a musical term, but it was very straight, and which usually I'd like. I don't know why, but there was just too many stats, too much going on, and too many things to contemplate, and too much to set up, and I just, you know, I'm a pretty straight shooter with this sort of shit. You know, I like. The YouTube streaming system could be better. I won't lie, to be honest. TikTok is the best one I've used so far of the bunch. I'm used to YouTube because I've been doing it for so long. Technical, yeah, I suppose that's a word that you could probably use for that, to be fair. YouTube's streaming system isn't nice. I'm not going to lie. But at the same time as that, I'm used to it. So this is what I'm saying. Too much faff. Yeah, there's just too much shit that I don't care about. I just want to press the go live button and read chat, like, realistically. And with the TikTok one as well, obviously, if people have gifted, I can see it separately as well. So, and that side of things on YouTube is nicer because it comes up in a big fucking thing in the chat, which is nice. But there's aspects to all of them, really, I suppose. But yeah, if YouTube's streaming system was more streamlined and nicer, I'd totally stay with it. But TikTok's just by far the best one I've used so far, and I've enjoyed it thoroughly since being on there. And it's been fucking carnage, I won't lie, but still, like, you know, it's one of them. So yeah, if you choose any YouTuber to join the group, who would it be? Jesus, I don't watch a lot of YouTube, to be honest. You got to think of someone that we'd get on with. That's the thing. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of gaming YouTube at all. I know of these names and stuff like that because the boys mention some of the other people, but I don't watch any gaming YouTuber besides us, really. Maybe that's an ego thing. I'm not sure. I just don't. Which is ironic because I used to, like, I got into gaming funny moments through Vanos, and as most people did, but at the same time as that, like, I don't know how the chemistry would be with them. Smitty, yeah. Again, though, I've never personally watched a Smitty video, and like I've seen clips and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, there'd probably be a decent chemistry there. But again, like, I don't know. I feel like with ours, it's we're particular about who we play with as well, and it's everyone we've got in the moment is great. I wouldn't change any of them. But like even people like Lousy and Bueno we've been playing with lately, like they've sort of just slotted in. It's just like, all right, where the fuck did you come from? And like, yeah, I don't know. It's strange. I don't give a fuck about numbers, so like that's irrelevant. But that said, there's also no one that I've seen that I've been like, I need to play with this person. I don't know. What's the beef between Zig and Miniminter? Oh no, I think Miniminter just he was like one of these cameos or something, or one of Zig's friends met him and he just told, I can't remember what he said. It was just it wasn't anything. It was like no beef. Falls on West Ham this season. I'm trying my best not to think about it. I'm not gonna lie, Phoenix. Holy shit! I'm just, if I don't look at it, it can't hurt me. A few of the TikTok streams made my eye twitch. I think that's why I like them though. They're definitely Wadism coded. Like, I think of all the group, I'm probably the most suited to TikTok streaming just because it's so fucking weird. And I do pride myself on being able to handle that aspect of it, like the chats and stuff like that. I will always try to talk to chat, regardless, you know. Even if someone's abusing me, I'll just try and mug them off because it's fun. But like I've watched streams plenty of times in the past, and I can't. Of all the streams I've ever watched, there is no worse feeling than just not being acknowledged or like being able to have a conversation with someone. You know, the way I see it is, you're spending your time watching me. The least I can do is reply to you and actually try to have a conversation and engage with you and stuff like that, you know. So, but and again on TikTok, obviously there are certain comments that I will simply just ignore naturally, because if I get asked what my opinion of the fucking Magna Carta is one more time, I will lose my shit. But if I just don't acknowledge it, like, yeah. Can I go on a date with Blue's sister? You should probably ask him, Johnny, to be honest. You got a reputation, but yeah. So yeah, anyway, I'll definitely confirm my decision. There will be an end of year stream video anyway. I've been putting some bits together, so I'll explain it all in that. Which means we are getting to the time of the year where I've got to start thinking of a best of. Luckily, I've already been putting clips aside since January, so boom. I think I'm on 2 hours, which is cool. That's great news. Let me check, actually. Not gonna lie, I don't even know what the Magna Carta is. It was the fucking book of like laws and shit that they made on like Oliver Cromwell times, I think, or something like that. So far, and this will probably get cut down anyway. I just want to see how long the best of the year is going to be. So far, and now bear in mind, usually, like last year I got like 40 minutes because I just didn't fucking edit. This year, I currently have 1 hour 52 of best ofs, or best of moments. So realistically, I'm like 2 videos off of having a full 2 hours, which is good for me. I mean, that's gonna. I'm actually. You know what? Fuck it. I've worked hard this year. I've actually done some shit this year. I don't think I've really acknowledged it. I've just sort of not. I've been like lost in the moment of it all, really, to be honest. But like, other than a little slump when I was moving fucking flat, which I think's a good enough excuse, in my opinion. I've been on it this year, and yeah, fuck it. I've worked decent. So, yeah. Anyone that disagrees, fuck yourself. Secondly, I'm gonna win most consistent. No, not most consistent. I'm gonna win most improved. I'm going to win most improved at the Winkies Award this year. And no one can fucking say otherwise. Although winning most award is basically like saying, oh, most improved award is basically like going, yeah, you were really shit. But now, like, you're less shit. You know? Watch it in one sitting, you could put it in 2 videos. Nah, I'll do it in one video. Like, I've never done a video over an hour. Well, no, actually, that's a lie. The vlog was over an hour. That one was... You know, like, I loved doing that vlog. I'm not going to lie. When are the awards this year? I don't know. It's my turn to organise it, and I haven't got a fucking clue. I've got to put the poll out soon. I'll probably aim for doing that in, like, early December, but... yeah, it's not very prepared. So, as usual. Definitely more funny this year. Yeah, you know what? I will say, to be fair... I feel like I've definitely since moving out, I've definitely got into the swing of it a bit more in terms of comedy. Ah, thank you, Alicia, for the $4.99. I appreciate that. Get ready for the worst sound you've ever heard. When it happens, and it will, we'll wait for it. I haven't heard this in a while, so this might be fun. If it happens. When it happens. Come on now, don't be shy. Is it really going to cuck me? This is really what... This is why TikTok's better. Anyway, my point is... Thank you, though. I do appreciate that. Yeah, I think I've got funnier this year. I think maybe I've just gaslit myself to think I'm funnier. But I think, like, since moving out, I can actually be a little bit more of myself, and I can be a bit louder and a bit more audacious. The silence is deafening. You are right, El. Thank you, Lamona, for the 5 months as well. I appreciate that. You boys can do a live Discord Q&A this year. Where's the fucking good one? Thank you. I'll play it anyway, just purely because you deserve it. But where the fuck's that? It's fucking... This is why I fucking stream on TikTok. Alright, if I go back to there... That's so fucking annoying. It's not happened in ages. And now, like, the one time I'm trying to fucking get it to do it. Yeah, it's not even loading. So, like, I think it's a fucking issue with alert box. Anyway, well, there you go. If you needed a reason as to why I'm probably going to transfer over to TikTok, there's your answer. It was a really good song as well. You know what? I might actually have it in my files. I'll play the actual song just because I want you to hear it. Will we do a live Q&A? I don't know, because Blue's going over to Australia, so I don't know. I don't know what the plan is. Love the stream today. I love the beard. Keep being a great person. I gotta go. See you later, Muppet. Cheers for stopping by. Well, this one's called the Ultimate Dono Sound. I don't know if that's the one. What one's it gonna be? It's loading, bear with me. I don't know what dono sound this is. It is the one. I love it. This one's called New Dono Sound. I don't know what one this is. This one might hurt. That's what you should have heard for that $4.99 though.
Hi, my name is...
That was another one. And then you've got the new worst dono sound of all time. Which sounds like this. Apparently it doesn't. It doesn't want to work. I forgot about that one. You know what, right? So I made for Zigzag, right? He wanted oh, I'm sorry, I just got to pick my nose. So Zigzag, the way he's changed his content recently, well, not really, to be fair, it's the same shit, but it's like what happened, things that happened last month or whatever, right? So he's changed his thing to that, and he messaged me with a proposal. He's like, "Do you want to do the music? Like, do you want to do like a little jingle for it?" I was like, "Brother, say no more. I'll do it before you even get on the fucking call." So I did it. This was what it sounded like, and he didn't fucking use it. My name's Zigzag, and this is what happened to me last month. Out of context moments of the month. He didn't fucking use it. He didn't want to use it. I feel betrayed. I should have fucking charged him for it. So anyway. So yeah, I've got some weird fucking sound files on this computer, dude. So many. So many bad ones. There's some that I'm definitely not going to play. And a lot of... Just a lot of, like, intro clips and stuff like that. But yeah, anyway, I think that's going to conclude today's little thing. Sure. Hey, would you be able to stay in a room for 60 minutes for 250k that's soundproof, basically can't hear anything, and you can't take any... That's easy. I could do that. It's a masterpiece, thank you. Yeah, so I don't know why Zigzag didn't want to use that. I found it pretty rude, to be honest, if you ask me, but you know. Other than that, yeah, that's pretty much about covered it. So, yeah, I'll see you around, I suppose. And, yeah, that's that. I'm going to go now. I hope you all have a good day. I hope you had a good time. I know I did. I enjoyed chatting to you about the meaninglessness of the universe. That was a favourite highlight from today. Hope you have a good night too, Ro. And yeah. Thanks everybody for your ongoing support. Have a jolly evening, and I will see you Saturday possibly on a TikTok stream. I think I've got a session tomorrow. Busy Friday. There's an ethos session on Friday. I'm looking forward to that. Saturday possibly. Could be a Saturday. If not, possibly Sunday night. It's my dad's birthday, so we're going for food. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll